Welcome to Sonic the Podcast. In each episode, we discuss a different Sonic game, rank all of its levels from worst to best, and talk about what we love and what we hate. On this episode, we are talking about Sonic Generations 3DS from 2011.
Okay, so I think we can agree this game is mid.
I love it.
Straight off the bat.
I love this game.
Yeah.
No, I really... you know what? I actually just don't like it very much.
Wow, he hates it.
I'm not a fan.
Why, hello, everyone.
Is he our guest? Is he here too?
Yeah. What does
Which
Eggman
one,
think?
classic or modern? Who do you prefer, classic or modern, Eggman?
In this game,
Yeah.
just in this game,
Yeah.
I have such little opinion on either. They're barely in it. They're just in those shitty cutscenes.
Very clever of you.
Imagine giving classic Eggman a hug. It'd be such a good hug.
If you were his size,
He'd feel like
if you were taller than him, you'd just get. It would be quite hard to get purchase on his
Please.
on his rotund
Just use
frame.
some words, John.
You couldn't. You would like.
Would you like to make a purchase?
You'd end up
Deus Ex Invisible.
Omar.
For those who know.
You'd end up like
There is a cadaver
his
in the basement of this establishment.
his head would be right in your belly
Yeah.
because he's probably at least like 4 foot.
If you were bigger than him.
If you were bigger than him, you couldn't get your arms around him.
Imagine sitting on him like a yoga ball.
You couldn't get your arms around him.
His head would go right into your
And
crotch.
classic Eggman and modern Eggman would be really hard to hug as well.
I could shake hands with him.
Because,
I'd like that.
because of the hardness of his and rotundness of his belly.
He's quite the rotund fella.
He is not squishy.
No.
He's rock hard.
Why, you?
Have you got a lot of Eggman clips?
No, that's it. You pretty much heard them all.
Very clever of you.
There might be one more. Please. I've got a way.
Anyway, go on.
I'm going to go straight in and say I've got a way of making this game a lot better.
Do you? How?
Yeah, a lot better.
Imagine that.
Let's start with a thought experiment.
Okay.
So the whole apparently there was a lot of people were disappointed with this game because it was promised that it would be like the Generations for handheld.
You know? Yeah.
And in fact, we had a grand total of one. Yeah. Well, one exclusively handheld, and then I guess you can count
Tropical
colors
Resort and Casino and
no, that's it.
and no, you can do Casino Night because of Sonic Pocket Adventure.
Oh yeah, that's
and
true.
then you can do Green Hill because of Sonic 1 8-bit.
Yes, okay.
But like
fine.
those don't fucking count.
They don't count because Sonic 1 8-bit is a different. It's clearly modelled on the 16-bit Green Hill.
Exactly.
And the fuck Neo Pocket Adventure. That's just wank. So
I'm not a fan.
So it overpromised and completely undelivered. So imagine a Sonic Generations where it went all in on the handheld, and rather than eras of like
Be a joy.
what it does in this version, where it kind of goes, it basically just emulates the format of the console version.
Yeah.
But then does a kind of then tweaks some of the levels and it doesn't commit fully to the handheld premise. Imagine a format where it does. So you have
Be awesome.
instead of the what's the
Green Hill.
No, what am I thinking? What's the first era? The like 16-bit era.
The 8-bit
Classic.
era.
Instead of the classic era, you have the Game Gear era, and instead of the Dreamcast era, you have the Game Boy era, and instead of the modern era, you have the DS era.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my question
great.
to you is,
Big fan.
if you have to choose,
We're doing 3 each, right?
yeah, let's do 3 each.
Well, 3 then 2 because of the Emerald.
No.
format?
It's 2 because the Game Boy era is the advanced game, so you want a level from each one. So so choose for me. What if you could? If Sega came to you and were like, big guy,
Hey,
E102, E102, big guy,
What do you think of this?
Mr. Big Guy, we need
The big guy.
an expert to pick the best
You've
Game
come to
Gear
the
levels.
Right guy.
Which games and levels would you pick? I've already done mine, so I can
So we
tell
got
you.
okay, interesting. So we got 3 Game Gear shit, yeah.
Yeah, 3.
Well, I'd say if you want a good first level. Oh, I swear there's one that deviates that's really cool. Honestly, like let me think about it for a second. I could do. I think Underground Zone would be pretty cool because it'd have a
Well,
great
hang on.
song.
You list the game first. So from the game gear, you've got these. This is what you got to choose from, right? Sonic 1, Sonic 2.
You should give me the choices first.
Okay, Sonic 1.
There's a lot of spin-offs.
8-bit. Sonic 2, 8-bit. Sonic Chaos. Sonic Triple Trouble. And then the Tails Sky Patrol, Tails Adventure, Sonic Blast, and Sonic Labyrinth.
Okay. So I don't think they do anything from Blast, Labyrinth, or probably any of the Tails ones, but I'll keep Tails Adventure in there because who knows.
Okay.
So then that leaves Sonic 1, 8-bit, 2, 8-bit, Chaos, and Trip Trouble, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sonic 1, I would do Bridge Zone. Bridge Zone would be a cracking start.
That's what I've said.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, it would be beautiful.
And how nice would it be to hear this again?
But yeah, in
Lovely
three,
little tune.
it'd be epic.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That's exactly what I've
really
chosen
cool.
for Sonic 1, 8-bit, opener, Bridge Zone.
Yeah. Then Sonic 2, 8-bit, yeah. Crystal Egg would go to so hard, but that'd be a bit too rogue. So they'd probably go for like maybe Sky High or Aqua Lake.
I've said Aqua Lake.
I think okay. So optimistically, I'd like Aqua Lake, but they'd probably do Sky High.
Yeah,
because they'd just be it'd be too much of a pussy to go. Oh, yeah, let's go rogue. But that'd be amazing with Aqua Lake because what a fucking place. I can picture that. I can see that in like 3DS graphics. And then one more. So I got to choose either Chaos, Trip Trap, or Tails. They wouldn't do Tails, but if they did, I'd love to. I don't remember any of these very well. But they'd probably do like Poloi Forest or some shit. But I would want. Let me have a look. So we've had two quite naturey ones. Actually, no, we haven't. Not Aqua thingy. They should do a Trip Trap one. They would do. Maybe Sunset Park Zone.
So you're doing Trip Trap, okay?
Because you could end on a really cool train chase.
Yeah, you could. That would be awesome.
That would lend itself quite well to the cinematic style.
I've optimistically imagined a Tails Adventure track, so I think it'd be so cool.
That'd be sweet.
I want Charon Forest.
What, as in?
Yeah.
Dun,
with
fucking
that rich woodland that burns down. I think that'd be really cool.
Oh yeah, the forest shit is underrated.
I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, this is good. Okay.
All right, that's my game. So Bridge Zone, Aqua Lake, Charon Forest.
Wait, please, mate. Pick me a boss.
Well, I know. I'll come to the boss at the end.
You got bosses too? Nice.
Yeah, I've done the boss. Let's do the boss.
Sorry. I thought that was
what happened?
I thought there was a spider on my leg.
Hey there!
But it was just my headphone wire. Fucking panicked for a second. What could that possibly be down there? Fuck. It's just big arms grabbing me.
Yeah.
Big arm.
So Game Boy era, you've got the advanced games, basically. Advanced 1, 2, and 3, which we obviously love.
And Pinball Party.
Forget that.
Which is the same.
Just forget that.
And Battle.
Yeah, you could throw Battle in there, but that would be quite hard because it's not.
Yeah,
it doesn't fit this format, stages, so I've disregarded that.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so from Advanced 1, I think Angel Island Zone would be amazing. Also, that would put Egg Rocket would fuck hard. Yeah, Egg Rocket actually. I think, but Angel Island would tribute the island, which would go cool. But yeah, I'd say Rocket Zone.
That's a good shout. I've gone Secret Base.
Yeah, of course you have. Yeah. So fucking basic, mate. But, I mean, to be fair, it'd be amazing. It would. Advanced 2, I would do.
There's an it has to be
Music Plant.
Yeah, 100%.
Bam, 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 bam. Oh yeah, I can't wait to do Advanced.
Just imagine that
that would be really
like imagine modern Sonic blasting through a modern.
We need to see some advanced love these days. There's not enough of that shit.
Cool.
It'd be awesome. It'd be so cool. And then Advanced 3. Oh, I love Ocean Base. It's so cool.
I've gone quite basic for this one.
What? Just Route 99?
I've gone Route 99.
I mean, they'd probably do that.
I think,
and to be fair, that'd be awesome.
I haven't actually picked a city level yet. So.
Yeah, because we're so evading it from classic generation style. Yeah, I back Route 99, but I'd like Ocean Base because I just think that's the coolest fucking thing ever.
That's fair.
I love that song. Okay, nice.
And then DS era,
which is Rush Adventure in Colors.
Yeah, exactly. Rush Adventure in Colors. Yes.
Okay, so Rush. I mean, luckily they did Water Palace. What a treat! But I would probably do. Yeah, I always forget the last three because they all feel kind of similar. Huge Crisis, Altitude, and Deadline are all quite urban. I reckon. No, Mirage Road would be too rogue. It'd be like picking Oil Ocean or some shit.
I've actually picked Mirage Road, but to balance out, because I want to do Coral Cave in Rush Adventure.
Oh fuck yeah!
Which would be epic. So I can't be at water level.
I don't know. Leaf Storm.
Yeah,
Leaf Storm's so cool.
It just actually, yeah, well, you could do Leaf Storm.
I do Leaf
clash
Storm.
too much with Bridgestorm. Yeah, maybe Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm would be
awesome.
Epic. It would be really cool.
And then yeah,
Coral Cave, and then
any of these. I fucking love Rush Adventure. Haunted Ship would be amazing. What a fucking banger. Pirates Island, Sky Babylon. Yeah, probably I reckon they do Blizzard Peaks just to get like an icy one in there.
Do you think? I think they do Coral Cave. I think that's the classic.
Coral Cave or Blizzard Peaks, they're both fucking amazing. Coral Cave is fucking cool.
It's a fantastic level.
So good.
And then DS.
DS.
Yeah, Colors DS.
I mean, we had Trop Resort, but I would love to see. I'm trying to think if I remember the levels very well.
I've gone Asteroid.
Park.
I'd gone Asteroid Coast. No, you can't do Aquarium Park because of.
I
can't because of Coral Cave. I've gone Asteroid Coaster because I think that lends itself to a good like final level. I don't want Planet Wisp
that's fair.
because they've done that already, so we don't want a repeat of the console version.
I agree. Yeah, Astro Coaster's a shout. Sweet Mountain's too sort of soft to be like a last one. Yeah. Astro
And then
Coaster.
okay, cool. And then this is the genius of it, right? So the in this game, the fucking wasted Silver Shadow Metal Sonic tag on bosses are crap. Why not to tie it into the handheld theme? You can keep those bosses fine, but put them in a rivals level. A rivals level.
Oh.
Then you slip in the PSP era.
all two games.
Yeah, 2 games. But you could chuck in just to have
that
courses
would cover
in.
the handheld.
It would be
so
good. And you could just reuse the levels.
So you get Metal Sonic in Meteor Base Zone from Rivals 1, which would be amazing because that's where you fight him anyway.
I haven't picked the levels, but yeah, something like Gone.
You do Shadow in Silver would be in Chaotic Inferno Zone because that's just
yeah.
I think it's from, it might be from his world. I don't know. Shadow would be in Rivals 1 or 2. Maybe he could be in Death Yard Zone from Rivals 1, but it's kind of unremarkable. It's just a kind of empty, I don't know, maybe even Sunset Forest? No, it'd be weird. Yeah, Death Yard Zone. It's the kind of only dark place for it. Yeah. That'd be great. That'd be really cool.
It'd be epic.
Yeah.
Absolutely epic.
How about the big boss?
So the big bosses, this is just a wish list, basically. So from the Game Gear era, I want a big battle with Great Battle Cuckoo the 15th.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
From Tales of Adventure.
They got bought out of the time.
That'd be epic. How cool would that be? Time me to bringing back the Cuckoo army.
That'd be amazing. That would be how they'd cover the Tales of Adventure part.
So cool.
If they put like Sunset Park as the level, they then do a Tales of Adventure boss battle. I'd love that.
100%.
Bring back fucking Dr. Fukuroku, whatever it's called, and then like
the whole lot.
Great Cuckoo the fucking 17th or whatever he is. Yeah, that'd be amazing. I agree with that.
And then for the Game Boy era, I want Jamal.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that'd be so cool. Or ML, or both. Oh, imagine that.
I think Jamal then a super fight would be brilliant.
Yeah, ML would make sense though to put tribute to Battle. But yeah.
And then DS era, Captain Whiskers and Johnny.
Yeah, surely the pirates.
Or Mother Wisp.
What? Yeah, as in the dark one.
Yeah,
Mother Wisp.
Yeah. But I'd prefer Captain Whiskers.
Me too.
And then keep Time Meter as the big boss because you need that.
Oh, you've forgotten about an ADS game.
Have I?
Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood.
I thought about that.
Sadly, it's not canon.
It just doesn't. But also, well, fuck that.
Isn't it heartbreaking?
I don't care.
But isn't it heartbreaking that they've decided that?
Yeah, but
this game has the best fucking story ever.
But that's just bollocks. Not regardless, it doesn't have levels that really lend itself to this.
No, that's true.
In the same way, Battle doesn't have lend itself to this.
Imagine running through the Twilight.
But it'd be too much. It would just never happen.
So cool.
But don't worry, I didn't forget it. I considered it, but it doesn't work. Anyway, how much fucking better?
That would have been so much cooler. That would have been amazing.
Deeply mediocre entry.
It would have been so much better.
Which is basically, it's a cowardly game because it doesn't go in any direction either way. It just disappoints on every level, basically.
That's what makes it like so. I've described it as soulless.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's
spineless.
It's spineless. It doesn't have the gumption to go all in on what it's trying to do. It was trying to be an alternative to the console game.
Was like, we're going to do a handheld celebration.
It's just
one of them.
It caved. It's just it's basically copied the exact format with the same boring story of the console game and hasn't gone all in.
Yeah, exactly. At least it's got a different different set of levels because they could have done the same ones. Green Hill's in the same. Casino Night, they definitely picked it so they could reuse the fucking music. Yeah, and then the like rival battles are so
From the
boring.
pinball.
At least give us new rival battles. If you're gonna give us new bosses, which is cool, give us new.
The rivals battles on bollocks.
Just don't make them something else, or just don't include them because they just pad time and they're so pad time, and they're so boring. You know, like I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's a wait. The game can be summarized as a wasted opportunity.
Be careful, Sonic!
It is.
It's just unnecessary. Keep Tails. He's got nothing to do with this.
It's wasted potential. It could have been great, and it could have been something really new, and it could have celebrated niche games from the handheld era. But instead, it just repurposes familiar content that probably mostly didn't need to be seen in this format. And a lot of the levels, if you want this kind of gameplay, just go to Rivals or Rivals 2. You get very similar type
you're picking 3D
of
ones,
level
so
design.
at least make them like just don't, you know, just...
like Casino Night is it's the exact same. Act 1 is the exact same level but upgraded, but it's not a particularly unique gameplay experience. Emerald Coast and Radical Highway are just poor versions of those levels that are just frustrating to play. Water Palace is the only one which has a bit of like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
but it basically just ends up being a shit version of Water Palace from Sonic Rush.
It's not as good. It's not as good. It's nowhere near as good as the
problem.
original.
They take this game, takes the original levels and makes them worse.
Yeah, because the main
Across
one
the board.
does the opposite.
Apart from, I think, in one instance, it improves it.
Yeah, I probably agree with that.
Whereas Generations console version,
it does
I
the
would
opposite.
say
it takes all of them and makes them better.
Well,
apart from maybe City Escape.
No, I don't think it makes all of them better. I think it gives you a different experience, which is still enjoyable, probably on par. Maybe some cases slightly worse, some cases slightly better.
Yeah, that's a more fair way of looking at it.
Whereas
I
think
it makes the experience much more.
And if Act 1 isn't better, then Act 2 usually is, or vice versa.
Exactly,
It's rare that both are worse. Whereas in this case, they're both just mid or crap, basically.
Yeah, always.
Apart from one instance, I think.
Even that one, I don't know.
That one is like what they rest should be.
Which one?
Well, we'll see when
Radical.
Yeah,
No. Yeah. Facts.
What other aspects of this game are there at this point? So you got the cutscenes that basically replays the same.
I mean, you couldn't at least write a new script. It's like 80% the same, which is just a bit confusing.
And you just watch them. It's like, it works so well in Rush and Rush Adventure. This type of storytelling where you just get the characters and they do like my sound clips. They say things like,
No!
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like fun. Let's do this.
And then it's
that's
just
it.
like,
And then that doesn't correlate with the actual text on screen. They're saying, but it's cheesy crap.
it's very true that they could have made it just like, because it works so well in the Rush ones, but then it feels lazy
flat.
and it's like a slog, and you don't give a
flat.
fuck what's going on.
No, you just want to get through it.
And they try and translate cutscenes that you can't translate into a non-visual, like the fucking mirror one in Generation. You know, when he's like, "Is that me in the mirror?" And you know, take a good look at yourself.
It doesn't
and
work.
it's just got the dialogue. It's like, well, fuck, and just a picture of the mirror comes up. It's like, you fucking kidding me.
It's really bad. They should have just compressed the cutscenes and have it. That would be more bearable. It's poor. So yeah, the cutscenes are flat, and you just want to skip them, and they're boring. You don't care. And let's be honest, the story of Generations is pretty boring anyway.
Yeah, it's the weakest part.
So
of the
you
game.
just they did nothing to it. In fact, it's worse.
The only change, do you know it?
Is that it happens? It happens all before his birthday rather than during or after. So which
gives them an excuse to not include the other characters.
Which makes it even worse. So the other characters now only appear in the other feature of this game, which is another thing that I actually read a couple of people who really like the missions feature and they think it adds a lot of replayable value. Let me tell you, the missions feature is appalling. It is so dull. And the worst part is the music, because actually the music of this game is probably the best thing about it, or one of the best things about it. Is we get to get some quite cool remixes of certain stages. Oh my god! In the 100 relentless missions that you play, you have to listen to basically the same 3 or 4 songs, and it's so boring, and it saps.
Like, that's cool once, but not 100 times.
No!
Yeah, exactly.
Horrific.
I hate the missions. I've always hated them.
Why do you hate them?
When we first played this,
we've
we've
played it
only played
together.
this
We
twice,
played it
and never
together.
on the 3DS, only on an emulator, Citra Nightly, which is illegal
Rip.
apparently.
It's not illegal, mate. It's just discontinued.
I like to think it's illegal. We played it as I was going through a very tough emotional breakup. And so I associate, not the levels, I associate the time that we played through the missions as just being intently miserable.
Yeah.
As we had to sit through these
But it
boring
didn't
fucking
help,
missions.
'cause they really are.
But it didn't cloud my experience. Even if I was a happy guy at the time, I still would have fucking hated them.
Because
They were so dull.
I wasn't going through a breakup, and I still really didn't enjoy them. They're so boring. They're so repetitive, and they take frustrating levels and make them even more frustrating.
Yeah.
And exploit gimmicks that you basically fucking hate. It's crap. And to make it even worse, if you are actually playing it on the genuine console, you have to do some extraordinarily strange system to actually unlock the missions, where you walk around. Where you wait. I think you literally have to walk, because like to gain the coins that you use to purchase the ability to do the missions, you have to either trade with people or you walk with the DS.
What the fuck?
I think you literally have to walk.
I didn't know that.
And you gain coins. There's some weirds. I don't fully understand it.
Sounds horrific.
But
Sounds
it's just,
so Nintendo.
It's just so
They always
annoying.
do shit like that.
It's a gimmick that doesn't work. The
the same as
3DS
the Wii
was
shit.
kind of a little bit of a failure. I think it didn't do quite as well.
It did well, but
It didn't do as
not
well
as well
as
as the
the
DS.
DS,
Hence its short-lived cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are quite a few. There were a couple of Sonic entries on this. There's this game. There's Colors DS, right?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's like I get that in.
Horrific.
Yeah, what on 3DS?
On 3DS.
No, you moron. Not Colors DS, not Colors 3DS.
Oh, sorry.
No,
there's
Gen
this.
3DS is the first one. Then Lost World 3DS.
That's
then
it.
I think there's an All Stars Racing Transformed like 3DS edition.
Yes, there is.
And then there's two Boom games.
Yeah, and then they
Shattered
stop.
Crystal and Fire and Ice.
So there's quite
Love
a
that
few.
shit.
There's quite a few.
Yeah.
So the best handhelds to compare this game to really are Colors DS, which we obviously haven't reviewed, but we have played.
Yeah.
And well, we played all of them, but Colors DS, and then the Rush games, because they were created by the same developer, DIMS.
Yeah, and they're sort of considered in like one series. There's Rush Adventure, Colors DS, and then it's kind of Gen 3DS.
But
the
this is
sequel.
considered a shit entry
Yeah, this is always been this is
compared to
since
Rush,
the
because
weakest
it's a complete letdown.
one. It is. It just yeah. I completely agree. It's just weak.
It is
cowardly.
Yeah,
Doesn't it does it commits a little bit and gives us something that's like, fine.
My main problem
yeah,
with
it
it
could do
is
so much
well,
more.
there are two problems. One is it's a cowardly game. It doesn't commit, and the second is as I was saying, this missions feature. So the actual story takes 2 hours to play. Maybe if you sort of speed through
Yeah.
it, you can blast through it in 2 hours, which is very short.
1 hour of which is like bosses and dialogue.
Yeah, which is very
Fucking slog.
short. And I don't know. I found myself in because you can see your progress through the level as you play the levels on the bottom screen of the DS, and I found most of the time I was looking forward for them to end. I just wanted it to be over.
You'd be halfway and think, "Fuck me, I've got another."
Especially
half
with
to go.
from Dreamcast and Modern Era.
After Mushroom Hill, it really drops off.
It plummets.
and you think, "Oh, cool, I'm in Emerald Coast," and it's like, "What? Fuck! What the fuck was that?"
Yeah,
And it was just tiring, boring, and difficult.
yeah.
It's a shame because these are cool to counter that. I mean, yes, they could have been more, but the places they chose are quite interesting.
They are.
I'd say Emerald Coast, Mushroom Hill, and Water Palace, and maybe Tropical Resort are the best 4 choices. Like they're all interesting. But like the kind of the wonder of being, cool, I'm back in Emerald Coast is just ruined when you get about maybe like a minute into the stage and you think, this just isn't very fun
it's
to
a slog.
play.
No, it's a complete slog.
Yeah,
And
that remains constant across the whole modern era.
And it to add to the point of it being cowardly, like there's logical inconsistencies in the choices. Like it makes no sense for the Egg Emperor to be the boss of the modern era when you're going as far as Colors
Yeah,
DS.
it makes no sense.
Which is a game from Sonic Heroes 2004, and then you've got Colors DS 2010. Why the hell why do you go back into the Dreamcast era for it just makes no sense. And having Silver run through Tropical Resort is also just doesn't make any sense. It's just lazy and
Well, yeah,
weak.
a lot of it, which you can excuse a little bit because it is meant to be an inferior, smaller version of a bigger game.
I know, but it was an opportunity. It's the opportunity cost.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean,
and then
the
the mission feature is that it's completely overweighted. It means you basically spend far longer doing that than you do playing the actual game.
I think
which
you
is
also
not
don't
fun.
get to hear the music in the stage. You have to hear the fucking. It's one of the mission tracks.
Yeah, you
and
do.
It's just
This time.
piss take.
What it
It's
could
like,
have
I wanna hear the
benefited
cool
from
remixes, you know?
was some red rings. That would have helped.
Red rings would have been good. Don't
Yeah.
do missions.
Just to make you explore the actual main levels, because some of them aren't bad. You know, they have merit, and then the special stages are fine. I guess they're alright.
I don't mind them. No, I like them. They're good. It was a good choice to bring back Heroes. It's probably the only acceptable special stage of the later. Actually, are there any? No. I think it's the only modern special stage. And Colours DS, but that's like a runner. They could have done a classic half pipe.
At least
So
it
it's quite cool that
reuses
it's
the
in a new
heroes format.
one and gives us a cool remix.
It doesn't give a new one. It's the heroes format.
Yeah, no, but no, is in like not a classic special stage,
Oh,
a modern
okay,
one.
yeah.
But there's like two choices.
Yeah.
Because there aren't any special. But it controls way better than the original.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
The original's janky as fuck, and this actually, because you can actually boost in this one. And
What-
you boost in the heroes one, but in like a weird way.
What do you think? Well, I mean, let's before we rank the levels, let's talk about the gameplay quickly. So, what do you think of the homie attack for classic Sonic?
It's done so weird. It comes out of fucking nowhere.
Absolutely nowhere.
There's no you can now use it just appears like, oh, I can do it now. I mean, yeah, actually, you know what? I like it only that it makes playing this game a bit easier. It would just make it a little bit more of a slog if you had to fucking bounce on their heads, you know.
I don't
like
mind
it
it
as a thing that's like you've entered the Dreamcast era and now you can homie attack. That's quite cool, I guess.
Yeah,
because that's the
but-
explanation for it.
I guess so.
But
I don't
but
mind it.
He can't boost in the modern era. I think he can stomp, but I'm not sure.
And anything just to get through the levels easier.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest,
But
But some people, it annoyed some people because he does classic Sonic controls closer to the classic Sonic which we recognise from the Master System games in this
the
game.
one in the main.
Yeah,
main
like
line.
the spin
Yeah,
dash is a bit more controlled. You can go insane
Yeah.
in gens, which is great. That's a good thing. Whereas in this one, it's a bit more weak.
Yeah, because it's closer.
And
to
the momentum is closer when you run down hills. I think is closer to the classic games.
I don't love how he looks. He looks a bit kind of like
He's chonky.
but like his spike's too short and his feet go way too far back, so he's like a sort of T shape. It's really weird.
He looks a bit chonky.
Dunno. Do you like how they've done modern Sonic into this format?
I actually think modern Sonic is okay, and I quite like when the levels are good. I quite like controlling him. I think he's quite fun. I like the boosting. I think it works quite well.
The boosting's good, but again, they could have done more. They could have made him a bit more charismatic. They could have added the tricks from the Rush series,
Yep, agreed.
which make it way more fun and quicker. And the advanced it's like a quick dash in the air, which is such a good move. It's so fun in the advanced game. They could have given
His
him a bit
homie
more-
attack's quite shit.
He's just a bit similar to classic Sonic.
Well, I think that's because classic Sonic is similar to him rather than I think because they've made classic Sonic with the homie attack. It feels like when you play as modern Sonic,
Yeah.
you're just playing as an enhanced version of classic Sonic
Yes.
that can boost. Basically,
Yeah, I
that's
suppose.
kind of it. Maybe it's the emulator, but I found his platforming tiny bit slippery and frustrating.
It is. It's weird, and it just there's something slightly not intuitive about it that just makes it adds even more to the general confusion and the discomfort.
Generally speaking,
I'm not comfortable playing the game.
No, generally speaking, I much prefer the modern levels. To be honest,
Yeah. Yeah. Same. But I mean, only because they're a bit more dynamic.
yeah, and you can pick up some good speed on some of the sections, but then it fucks you.
Yeah.
You pick up some good speed, and then something
Like
comes out of
about
absolutely nowhere.
70% of the time, you'll think, oh, I can boost now, and then because of the draw distance and because of the fact that you're so close to something, you can't fucking
I have
see
to
what's
say, I
ahead of
don't
you.
think it's draw distance.
It is.
No, because draw distance is how far you can see into the distance.
Yeah.
Whereas
That's
what
exactly what it
what
is.
you're talking about is the crop. Draw distance only applies to 3D games like Sonic R, where you're looking out. The draw distance is really poor on the Saturn because it doesn't load the features into the distance. What you're talking about is the crop of the screen.
Yeah,
you're too close to Sonic. He's too.
It's the same principle.
Yes, but
yes,
it
it's
is
not accurate,
technically
but
inaccurate.
you can apply it to this.
Yeah, fine. If you translate it into
It's
this.
the same notion.
But what you mean is that you can't
ruins it.
see
what's coming.
quickly enough to respond.
Which was an issue with like Sonic 1 original because of the screen.
Because you're too close to him.
Crunch.
You're too close to him.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
So think
Zoom
when
out,
and the most frustrating thing is gaps. So especially in the later
so many
levels,
bottomless pits
and platforms that aren't like that suddenly that come out of nowhere, which require you to jump quite precisely to get over them. Because the homing attack's quite weak, you can often fuck it. Well, basically all of Emerald Coast onwards has just nightmarish platforming in that sense that just feels unfair a lot of the time and just crap. I actually quite like how it looks.
I like the colours of the. I mean the levels. Yeah,
I think that.
I like how sort of squishy and colourful.
It's vibrant, which is nice.
They've all got a nice sort of
like Water Palace has a real the.
Yeah, this is what I say. We should cover this mostly in the levels. Okay. This is the most I kind of like about them all. Is like I usually it would be like how I like how they look. That's kind of the biggest.
To be funny, that and how they sound. The music is probably my favourite two things about the game. But the actual gameplay experience is just not great. Also, there are two more things that piss me off. One is that in the classic zones on the sign, it's modern Eggman's face, not classic Eggman's face.
Is it?
On the finish post? Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Doesn't make sense. You can check.
Actually?
Yeah.
That's so retarded.
Another thing that doesn't make sense. And then the other thing that doesn't make sense is that they don't have a drowning music.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
That's just silly.
It's just an oversight.
That is a perfect envelope to demonstrate all of the issues with this game. That just summarizes that, captures it in one go. It's not finessed and it's not committed to being what it should be.
Yeah, exactly. Go on, let's do levels.
Well, hang on, you've got a couple of things to do first, mate.
I want to do levels.
No, we've got you got to read us the shitty story, and then we got to do some questions.
Okay, so I'll do the story, and then
then we'll rank the levels and we will rank the bosses.
Oh, yeah, and then we'll get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It's going to be a quick one. Also, now's a good time to drop the Instagram page.
Hell yeah.
Everyone go follow.
At Sonic the Podcast.
Yeah. We post all our level rankings on there in vid form with tunes.
Visuals and audio.
Yeah, give us a follow.
Edited by yours truly, mostly.
And I think we should also mention for loyal listeners that this is our 15th episode and we've been doing it for nearly a year. Pretty good.
Nice.
Had over 5,000 downloads total, which is great.
Yeah. We appreciate
it. Please message us.
Yeah, send us messages.
We want engagement.
Send us feedback.
And thoughts.
Comment on the Instagram. I love it when people destroy my ranking. No one liked my Sonic 1 ranking. I got rinsed for it across all platforms.
Rightfully so.
Not just Instagram.
Rightfully so. And
we're on TikTok as well.
If anyone has any suggestions on things we can do better or whatever, or alternative formats, whatever, or requests for episodes, please get in touch. I think
we're gonna do not every episode will be on the games. We might do some character specific ones.
Yeah, definitely, or themes, or levels, etc.
Yeah.
I think how would you get in touch? You can send a text using Apple Podcasts, I think, or just comment on the
on the YouTube or
Instagram,
anything. Yeah, Instagram. Yeah, all of it. Please do. Okay, ready?
Nice.
Story time.
Let's go.
Here we go. So, after Eggman's defeat in Sonic Colors, he is stranded in space. Here he encounters a mysterious time-manipulating enemy. Realizing its potential, he travels back in time and teams up with his younger self, classic Eggman. Together they convert the time entity into a cyborg that they can control, the Time Eater. This beast disrupts time, affecting classic Sonic and modern Sonic's birthday. They're both brought to white space. Unlike in the normal version of the game, modern Sonic is taken to white space before his birthday party has even started. The two Sonics run through the zones from their past, teaming up with the two Tails as well. And once they've gathered all 7 Chaos Emeralds, they find out that both Eggmen have been behind the time disruption, controlling the Time Eater. The two Sonics transform into Super Sonic and face and defeat the Time Eater, and both Eggmen trapping them in white space. The Sonics return to the party where they part ways, Sonic wishing his younger self good luck in the future.
Nice. Good summary of a really mid plot. I don't know about you, I'm just so sick of Generations.
I'm fed up with it because of obviously Sonic X Shadow Gens, and so I like I like Gens, but like it means we have to
not Generations, the story. Of
no.
Generations.
As I was going to say, it means we have to see this fucking story again, which is just so boring. It works and it's functional and it's good. I don't know, good.
It's not
acceptable,
good. It's
adequate.
fine. It's
adequate.
Very basic
It's adequate,
device.
but like I don't know. I enough.
Shadow X Gens makes it more interesting.
The Shadow story is
I have
fucking brilliant.
no issue
The Shadow
with
story
that.
is great. I
That's
love that shit.
class.
But the Sonic one is just
and then to have to live it in this basically diluted crap.
That's what I
Exactly.
think of
That's literally what it is. Diluted format is really painful.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's dire.
let's smash through these questions then.
Quiz time.
Quiz time.
Okay, I'll give you my question one. Okay, what was Sonic Boom?
What the fuck?
So, in relation to Generation 3DS, not the TV show, what was Sonic Boom? Do you know?
I feel like I do. Can you give me a clue? Because I think I do know this.
I can't really give you a clue. It's not in the game.
I do know this. It's so annoying. I looked at it. Ah.
Come on now. You don't know?
What was it?
I don't think you know. Okay, look.
Wait. Let me just give me.
Please, you're not going to get it.
Just give me 1 more minute.
I'm going to eat my headphones. And
Right, no, you don't eat it. Is it an event? Is it an event?
Yes.
Yes, it was the event. It was playing. No, I did. It was the. I read it. It was the event that they did. It was the event that they did a
demo.
A demo. Yeah, it was the event they did a demo. Yes.
Yeah. It was a Sonic Generations demo at
That's how I know
2011's E3 Expo under the name Sonic Boom.
Yeah, there we go.
And it was the first major American Sonic event ever, being hosted by Sega, and it took place on June the 8th at 6 p.m. Pretty cool.
What was the feedback from people playing the demo? Do you know?
It
say?
It didn't say, but I'm
Right.
not sure. Probably like, this is fucking me.
Hey there!
Yeah, just that, probably. Idiot. Okay, yeah, nice, you got that right.
What links Green Hill, Mushroom Hill, Emerald Coast, and Tropical Resort?
They're all the first level.
Well
of
done.
respective-
Nice, easy one for you. Good
Hell
job.
yeah. Okay. Right. This is such a stupid one, and you'll only know it if you know it.
Okay.
In the normal version of Sonic Generations, it takes classic Sonic 5 seconds to get impatient, start tapping his foot, and 35 seconds to lie down. In the 3DS version, how long does it take him to get impatient, and how long does it take him to lie down?
Let's say 40 seconds and 4 seconds and 25 seconds.
No, you're way off.
Damn.
It takes him 30 whole seconds to get impatient.
Wow.
And then another minute to lie down.
That's just not Sonic.
No. He's not that patient.
No,
you know?
that's another
Again,
fuck,
just
another
like
fuck up.
inaccurate.
Rubbish. What animal appears in both versions of the game?
An orca.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Quite
in
interesting.
Emerald Coast and Seaside. Yeah, it's cool. In Seaside Hill.
Yeah.
Means they must be quite close by
Yep.
geographically. Okay. And my last question, which I do quite like. So right, Metal Sonic, Shadow, and Silver are the 3 rival bosses. Who's missing? Who could be a 4th?
Knuckles.
Yeah, it's quite cool, isn't it?
That is cool.
It'd be cool if you raced him through like Angel
Mushroom
Island
Hill
something.
or
Yeah.
Angel Island.
Which
yeah.
is I didn't realize this. It's cool. That's why they're all in Sonic Rivals. That's why it's
Yeah.
because it's quite weird that it's like Knuckles, Shadow, Silver, Metal Sonic. You're like, what?
Yeah,
the fuck?
it's
But
all-
'cause
it's
they're
all-
his rivals.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
cool.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I
realize
did
that.
notice that when I played it, but it's nice
Yeah.
to be reminded. Here's my
Nice.
last question. How many seconds do you need to get below to S rank Green Hill Zone Act 1 in this game?
You fucking kidding me? Is it 20,
No,
25,
no.
24?
Hang on, let me tell you. let me. Why don't I give you a clue?
Well, because I know it's this. Because Green Hill Act 1 in this game is the same as the original, and you can finish that in maybe 27 seconds or so.
No, this game is higher.
35.
No, it's 37.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I got an S rank. I did it in 29.
Did you?
Yeah.
I guess you could do. In the original, it is. Oh no, there's no ranks. But,
Are you the original?
yeah, but anyway, 30 seconds. 37 seconds.
Cool.
Great question.
Fascinating.
Yeah, really good question.
Cool.
This
Okay.
is the problem with this game is that
Well, yeah, there's no style. Again, there's no soul. There's nothing to ask about but the levels. There's no like weird, funky context or anything else. It's just these levels, a boring presented story, really kind of like just uninspiring, clanky, and that's it.
and because these are all levels.
And a special stage.
Most of these little levels that exist in better forms. There is not that much to say about.
You can't say I like how they've changed this because they're just it will usually be almost always a worse change.
Yeah, agreed.
Which is just a pity.
It is.
Okay, so ready? The levels are.
What are the levels?
So we go Green Hill, Casino Night, Mushroom Hill, then Dreamcast era we got Emerald Coast, Radical Highway, and the modern era we've got Water Palace and Tropical Resort.
Very good.
Okay, so there's 7 of them. What's your 7?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go on.
Oh.
Hit it. I've got stage fright.
All right. My least favorite level in this game is Radical Highway.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's also bottom for me.
Fucking hell. Definitely. Why? Well, I mean, a bit. It's not as bad as what you just did, but it's just it's frustrating and boring.
I really didn't like it. Why would you bring back a stage played by Shadow?
Yeah.
The choices they had was so much
conceptually,
better.
it's so irritating.
Just look at the ones they could have done. They could have done Metal Harbour. Imagine Metal Harbour.
It's such a safe bet.
Green
That's
Forest,
what annoys me so much.
Pyramid Cave. Would
Everyone
be awesome.
knows that Radical
Crazy Gadget
Highway is
Fun Rush.
iconic, so they
Fucking amazing.
It's
so
there are
boring.
2 things I like about this
Sick
stage.
of Radical Highway.
One, actually, there are 3 things I like. One is the Knights Hotel that's in the background.
Yeah, but that was in the original.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's
the
cool.
second is I like how
Wanna
in
grab
Act
that by
1
tails.
the Leku in Act 1 niche Star Wars reference, the blimp follows you.
What? Got ring?
You got ring, and
Got
at
milk.
one point, shut up. At one point, you bounce off it.
Yeah, that's fun. I like that.
That's kind of cool.
Nice interaction with the
That's
environment.
probably the most like inventive bit of level design in this entire game.
Yeah.
Where you something that follows you along, you then use to progress. It's cool.
What's going to remain consistent across my complaints with these levels is almost all of them. I'm going to say they have shit level design.
Very
I don't
basic.
know enough about level design to know what's wrong, but you can really feel it, and you're just like,
Well-
what is this? It's stunted. It doesn't
It's
lend itself
it's
to the
repetitive.
console. It's repetitive, and it's just clunky and weird. Like on the bridge in Radical Highway, you just run across it. You just go straight. In classic Sonic as well, you can't even boost across it.
And
It's like,
modern.
what am I fucking doing here?
And
You know?
modern does that too. And then modern's gameplay is severely stalled by relentlessly boring platforming
Yeah.
sections where you have to wait at glacial pace
Yeah.
for those fucking barrels to go up and
and
down.
with bottomless pits as well.
Yeah.
That if you fail, you're fucked.
It's repetitive is the biggest problem, and
It's just boring.
then the foreground background jumping doesn't work. It's clunky because if you boost at the wrong point, you're dead.
Act 2 is way too
It
long.
loves doing things in threes, this game. So often you'll have 3 badniks to hit, or 3 poles to swing along, or 3 platforms to jump across to get to the highest point. Very, very predictable. And it just makes it... I think the most exciting bit of this level, of Act 2, is you run across a building at one point. But it's basically auto playthrough. You don't have to do anything. You're not controlling it. You can't move up and down.
Yeah.
I do like the tune.
I like the Act 2 remix. It's by Circuit Freck, who did who was in who had a lot of did a lot in Shadow Gens, which is cool. Act 1's all right.
Should I give it
one?
Oh, you're playing.
Yeah, it's cool and sort of like techie and etchy.
It is
and
quite. I
stunted.
think it's quite. I think it's quite good.
Which fits the
Actually.
classic Sonic bumpy. And then Act 2, Act 2 feels quite experimental. I like
I'll play it.
It's really cool. Like, what is this shit?
I think this is good.
Me too. I like it. It's really dirty.
I just wish it was a better level.
I know. I love that buzzing, that synthy buzz.
Yeah, it does a lot actually.
Quite sort of like Garage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I like it.
It is cool.
It's
Edgy.
a shame.
So edgy.
It's a shame. It's very edgy, but it feels wrong because you're playing as Sonic.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just not as cool.
No, so it's
not his fucking level.
It just isn't. It's
Get
just
him out of
annoying.
there.
Just put him in one of his level. Why did you do mental highway? It just doesn't make sense. It's what I mean. It's a safe choice. It's because everyone thinks,
so bored of
Radical
Radical
Highway is iconic. Yeah.
It must have about
Fucking
maybe like 12 remixes.
Sick of it.
It's fucking everywhere.
It's so dull.
Ginook, man.
I hate
Remove.
those platforms that they only appear in this game. But they come out to the left, up, then to the right.
They're
So shit.
boring.
It's just not dynamic. The enemies appear at dreadful times.
Yeah, it's
really
not smooth
irritating.
at all. It's so stunted,
Yeah,
which is just not what
doesn't
Sonic should be.
feel very radical. at
You don't
all.
you don't get rewarded. A big thing of the Sonic level designs is that you get rewarded for going through maybe a slightly challenging bit. You just don't. You
I'd
just get hit
say
with another fucking
you
boring
get
bit.
punished. Actually,
Yeah.
you get punished quite brutally if you don't make the top.
If you try and
half,
have fun, you get fucked.
and you don't respond at lightning speed to the holes and gaps. You're put on the bottom route very quickly,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it is relentlessly dull.
Yeah.
Really boring, slow
Agreed.
platforming that you climb up through zigzag pattern. Yeah, it's just not good. Interestingly, the best levels of this game really are the classic era ones. The Dreamcast era, I would say, is the worst. I think Emerald Coast and Radical Highway are the as a group are the weakest, then modern, then classic.
Yeah,
And the reason, you know this, but I'm saying anyway, the reason the classic zones feel better level design is because they're facsimile copies but updated. Well, the Act 1s are.
Yeah.
Of the original levels, so the level design feels better when they had to actually go out and make classic versions and modern versions of these levels with no basis in a handheld version. It just flails. They just feel weak,
Yeah, exactly.
which is what happens here. Radical Highway just does not translate into this format, or it hasn't been successfully translated into this format at all.
Yeah.
And actually, Water Palace is probably one of the better ones. And lo and behold, that's from a handheld game. Exactly. It just shows it's just not meshed to the format it should be.
Yeah, and they didn't, but they could have, but they didn't. They just didn't do it because the design wasn't good enough.
Which is weird because Dimps. I mean, Rush.
Dimps have smashed out
fucking
the
fan. Rush Adventure is one of the best, like up there with one of the best Sonic games ever made.
Yeah, I agree. It's like
so
top 5.
it's
I know.
odd.
And then all of the advances class.
I can only assume that they must have. It must be
very rushed.
Time constraints,
Yeah.
or
I think they were.
brief.
I read some of them very rushed.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
So
Go on.
yeah, have I got anything else?
I've got for nothing else.
Repetitive frame.
I just don't care about
the
it.
cityscape's fine, not responsive
That
enough.
I'd say that's when I start to not enjoy the game.
Oh, I'm already
actively.
No,
but
I've lost
I'm,
Emerald Coast.
I'm shaken by Emerald Coast, and then I hit Radical. I'm like, fuck this. This is crap.
Yeah, because yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
what's what you tell me number 6?
My number 6 is Green Hill.
Oh wow, God, okay.
I need push out. Don't give me yours yet because I've already
All right,
Green Hill.
tell me
Then do yours.
why have you put Green Hill so low?
I
mean,
I'm
mine's
just,
not that much higher. But
I'm
it's not
just
there.
fed up of seeing it, and it's like it is a
Bro is done with Green Hill. He's
from
fed
the get-go.
up.
Why can't they have picked anything else? I know why. It's because they're like, oh, but like, no. What if we start with something else that feels no? Because yes, it feels right to start with Green Hill because that's what you start with on a game that's celebrates. But no, just we've done that in the main one. Just fucking pick a new one. Pick I love Marble. Pick Marble Zone or pick Starlight or something. You know, or Spring Yard. Any of them, not Labyrinth or Scrapbrain, that'd be a bit weird. But it's so. I'm like, here we fucking go again.
I agree. This
fair,
is an opportunity to not do Green Hill.
Exactly. Yeah. It's an excuse to not do it. Like you cannot do it.
Yeah, exactly. And they still
to quote Ian Flynn from the Sonic Encyclopedia, not verbatim, but something like this. He says there was so much choice from Sonic 1, but you'll be in Green Hill once again. So even he's like, fuck this.
Yeah, fair.
I like that it's the same layout as the original Act 1. That's quite nice. Just, it's just, I mean, it's lazy. It means they have to make again, but it's nice. And yes, that's why it feels quite all right to play. But
even then,
I don't know. I
still
can't
the platforming's
squeeze
still
any fresh
quite
enjoyment
shit.
out
It's
of
not
it. Yeah, it is
particularly fun.
exactly.
As I say, it looks pretty. I like the
this is what I'm
colours
about
are
to say.
vibrant.
The vibrancy of this level is lovely. It's so green and it's so brown. Like it's really rich colours.
The palette
It's almost
is-
like Heroes colours, which is
yeah.
just the best. And then I like I'd say the kind of main, if maybe only like proper highlight, is at the end of Act 2 when you get chased by the giant falling totem. That feels very like Rush and sort of handheld shit, which is nice.
Yeah.
And it fits really well
It's
there.
just a bit of
And it's quite
character,
cool.
and it
Yeah,
enhances
exactly. Bit of
the
personality.
original level.
It's new. You don't get that in the main one, in the console
They
version.
sort of
It's
stopped,
good. It's
stopped
good.
doing that.
That's kind of it really about it. But my main, it's so low because I want to reprimand them for picking this one again. Just pick something else.
Yeah, so fair. The only reason I put it higher is because it's easy and fun.
Yeah, to be fair, it is, but I'm so bored of it.
Even then, like the platform is just awkward. Doesn't it kind of look? It kind of looks like
Splash
an
Hill.
iPhone game a little
Well,
bit.
they have what I do quite like is the 3D models have that really simple, but slightly like sort of shiny, low poly models that fit that we got a lot of between 11 and like maybe 16, 17 in app games.
Yeah,
So I don't know. It's quite nice to sort of see that, I guess.
true.
But, it's just an observation. Anyway, go on. What's your 6?
Do you think this is the worst like redo of Green Hill that's out there?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
It might be.
I can't really think of any.
There's Mania console version of Gens.
Frontiers.
Yeah, fine.
But only. Well, no, but again, that's only using it. But, no, I'd say Frontiers because it fucking just took other level designs and put a Green Hill cloak over it. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck that. Why have you got to do that?
Okay,
that.
I'll talk about a tiny bit more when I come to it.
Yeah.
In 6th place, while you've put Green Hill, I've put Tropical Resort.
Have you?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a nuisance of a level. I have so little to say about it. I just really didn't enjoy it. The blast wisp is the main gimmick, and it's just crap to control. Doesn't control anywhere near as the wisps in Colors DS.
Yeah.
And then they picked literally probably the worst wisp because it's the most like wild, unpredictable, and difficult to control.
And
boring for the modern one, which is the laser wisp, which just makes it just perpetually frustrating. It's just Tropical Resort. It's like,
I know, it's so dull.
it's just not. The level design in this one really bugged me. I get that I think Act 1 is a redo of the level in Colors DS.
Yeah, like nearly. I think it nearly is.
But it just makes it worse. There's a lot of falling. I hate the firework bit at the end where you have to jump between fireworks to get up and use the wisp to... Yeah, I don't have much to say other than I really just didn't enjoy playing it, to be honest. It just felt like a shit version of a level I kind of like. And I like Tropical Resort. I like it in the Colors game. But it just did nothing for me here, really.
I agree.
The zip lines are the main gimmick that you use to kind of move around. That you see zip line, then you smash classic 3 things. And then there's the 3 bad nicks. There's a lot of balloon popping, which is particularly frustrating because you can't fucking see where they are because you're so close to Sonic.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is irritating. And yeah, if you fall, you're on a really boring route down.
Yeah, you are. It's just dull. It's just stunted.
Yeah, it's just a pain. Not kind of fun, kind of bits of it, but pales in comparison to the original, which just knocks it all the way down for me.
I agree. I've got it in 5th place.
Okay.
And I mean, yeah, you kind of said it. The only things I can add, really, I feel exactly the same. It's just a bit boring. And playing it's not very fun. It's quite stressful. It's quite just like sort of just fuck, enough. I like the return of the totem pole tower things.
Sorry.
That you know in Colors DS, the like totem pole that eat you and go down it.
Like,
I like them. They're quite. It's cool to see them again. The second remix is quite heavy. I don't like it very much, but I enjoy the this. just don't like that song that much anymore. But like, it's just too like happy. But
And don't you think the like finale? So the finale of Act 2, each level kind of has a sort of set piece at the end.
It sets it up like they will, and not all of them do.
So mid. It's
like
just
Casino Night hasn't got one.
You're rail hopping, which I think only happens in one other handheld game, but I can't remember which one. And then to Meteors crashing, and it's just you have to like dodge the impacts.
Yeah.
So shit. So shit.
I hate the rocket section of Act 1. Fucking hate it.
Awful.
Where you got to jump between these flying rocket. That is a fucking piss take.
I think that must be in Colours DS because it's a redo.
Yeah,
it
it's
must have been way
it's
better.
just done like a retard.
Yeah,
in this one.
it's frustrating and boring.
It's horrible. And then honestly that's it. I like the inclusion of burst, but I think it's done terribly.
It is done terribly.
You go
poor.
way too high,
and you can't.
One jump covers the whole screen, so you can't fucking see. What you're doing,
and you can't control the amount that you or the direction.
It's just full throttle for each jump, and it's like fuck.
Not good.
Okay, shame. What's your 5?
Emerald Coast.
Ah, nice.
The other Dreamcast era one that I think is just bollocks.
Why?
It's just painful. The thing I like about it the most is it's like, oh, Emerald Coast features and assets like the lighthouse or the orca or the best part of the level is seeing the Station Square Hotel at the start.
Isn't it just? Isn't that a fucking joy?
That's like really cool. You're like, oh yeah, that worked, and then God, it just becomes a letdown. It's flat and boring. The level design in this is particularly basic. I think the fucking wind gust gimmick where you jump across you get in these wind gusts.
That's wank.
It's annoying because it's also just not like it's an example of something they've done. They've deviated from an element of the original level, but it's worse. It doesn't add anything. It's just a frustrating gimmick. You just run along the walkways, the wooden walkways that are kind of classic. Like it doesn't. If you compare this to the rich variation of Emerald Coast as a level in Adventure is unbelievably good. Like with the way you go through the hotel resort area into the jungle, into the pond.
It's the best. It's so dynamic.
It's incredibly diverse dynamic.
Oh, yeah.
This feels like a kind of revamped Neo Green Hill from Advance 1.
Yeah, well, the kind of start's quite similar, isn't it?
Or Turquoise Hill from Chaos. It's Emerald Hill only in name and a couple of assets, and that's kind of it. And I just think that's sort of criminal.
Yeah, I agree.
Even the loops don't look like they're from Emerald Hill. And you've got the fucking Orca, which has also become like a slightly tired Sonic trope of like, how many times are we going to have an Orca?
I don't mind the Orca, mate. He's chill.
I don't mind him.
Fucking leave him alone.
I don't mind him. He pissed me off in this one.
He is a bitch in this one.
He's so annoying.
He defines the worst part of Act 1.
Yeah, because in Act 1 you chase him. Yeah, I'm just looking at a playthrough.
And again, you're like, cool, the Orca chase, and then it's just a fucking
It's just really hard to predict.
So hard.
Awkward platforming.
And he hits a box and it like stops him. He doesn't break. It just stops him.
There's a bit in Act 1 where you wall run, which you think is going to be can.
Yeah, but isn't it automated?
It's automated. Yeah.
You don't even
but it
do
lasts
it.
for like 5 seconds.
And there's arrows that say go down, but you can't.
Rubbish.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's just not good.
And
I think they try and make Act 2 look more like the second part of Emerald Coast, but it doesn't.
Not really, no.
So the best part of this level is the fact that it's Emerald Coast, and occasionally you see things which remind you that it's Emerald Coast. But other than that, it's basically sort of fart of a level. The only reason it's higher than Tropical Resort is because I prefer the base level it references.
Yeah, that's the notion for a lot of mine. Yeah, fair.
And the music, is music any good?
Yeah, I'll get to it. I'll do it.
You'll do it. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's my number 5.
Nice. Okay.
So what were yours? Just memory of the order.
So Radicaro, Green Hill, Tropical Resort.
Okay, cool.
My 4 is Casino Night.
Oh, okay.
And again, I just actually just sort of quite mid this one. You know, it's just fine. Like decent play with Act 2, but I'd say pretty unmemorable. I just don't, like it's all right. But I just don't remember playing. I don't remember sort of getting much out of it. It's like, this is.
It could be a level in Rivals, don't you think?
Yeah, well, because it's like it's like Sky Park,
And
like
actually, I think
Palace.
the equivalent casino levels in Rivals are probably more interesting than this.
Yeah, they are. They could have made. I think why it's lower and not higher, because obviously Act 1 is good because it's from Sonic 2 and it looks great. Is I think Act 2 is just a bit of a letdown. I think it's exactly the same as Act 1. I can't actually. I could
right.
be misremembering, but it actually just feels the same.
There are a couple of features that do distinguish it, but because of the pinball mechanic, that's a particularly good example of where it really does feel like you're just playing an enhanced version of classic Sonic rather than a different mode of Sonic.
Exactly. So it's just, I don't know, if they'd made Act 2 way more interesting and a bit more unique, it'd be higher.
What you can do in Act 2 is you can get some pretty good boost sections though. There's a lot of like large loop the loops that you can run around and then which other levels suffer from not having. That's why I prefer the classic era modern. They're the best levels because you can actually utilize Sonic's boost to its fullest potential. Whereas if you try and do that in any level, basically past Emerald Coast, you've got 5 seconds before you have to make a series of insanely hard to time jumps to continue the momentum, and then you're punished with a section of nightmarish platforming.
Yeah, exactly.
That takes you pretty much to the end of the level.
I know. It's a shame. It's a real shame. Yeah, I haven't got much else to say about it. It's nice to in 3D, and this is a banger. But it's taken from the mainline game.
Yeah, it is. It's in the mainline game.
It's a fucking
in
lazy.
the pinball thing.
It's like you couldn't have, I don't know, picked a song.
Yeah, very clever of you.
They probably did it because it was easier to just fucking reuse the song.
Quite possibly, yeah.
That's it really. It's just fine.
And it's a city level, and we've kind of got
Another fucking city level.
Yeah.
There's a lot of choice in Sonic 2. I would have loved to have seen
let's be
almost
honest.
anything else.
That's it. It's why would you pick Casino
Again,
Night?
We did it in fucking, it's the DLC. It's been recreated countless fucking times.
Why would you
You
pick
could have done
Casino
Mystic
Night?
Cave, Hilltop. You could have done Metropolis. You could have done Aquatic Ruin. Oh, I love that
Literally
one. Any other one.
any other one apart from Emerald Hill. That would have been
Maybe Wing
dreadful.
I like Wing Fortress.
Is it Emerald Hill? That is that one.
Yeah, that's Emerald Hill.
That would have been awful as well.
That
But
would have been, it'd be rubbish. It's just green hill again.
But this is it's like really you'd pick that. It's,
I know, it's pathetic.
It's just
Pathetic.
it's just weak. It's just weak.
It's an embarrassment.
Well, my number 4 is Green Hill.
I thought as much.
Yeah,
Nice.
my favourite thing is the giant tiki head falling on you at the end of Act 1.
Yeah,
It's
agreed.
Green Hill because it's, and as I said before, I haven't really got. We can skip pretty much straight past it. Like it's fun-ish. It's a good. When I first played it to this time round, and I opened with Green Hill, I was like, oh, this is going to be quite fun. This will be better than I remember because it's a good start. It's vibrant, colourful. He plays pretty well. Act 2's fun. You can get some proper good speed up as Modern Sonic. But yeah, wow, that fantasy fell apart pretty quick.
Yeah, man. Quickly
At Emerald Coast, came crashing down.
collapse like the totem pole.
Yeah, but Act 2 is fun, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
If only all the other levels had that level of pace.
I know.
But my favourite thing about it's the colours.
Yeah, good, fair. Yeah, I agree. It looks lovely. My number 3.
Yeah, go. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Emerald Coast
Okay.
because I agree with you.
Because
completely.
it's
I
a
just
pile of
like
crap,
it a
man.
little bit more. It's so nice. Yeah, bro. It's a fucking pile of crap. It's nice to see an adventure stage that's not Speed Highway. Because
yeah.
I love adventure so fucking much. So it's just, like any excuse to see anything from this game reappear. It would be much lower because playing it is fucking horrible. But I do like how it opens on Act 1. I like how it opens on the beach with the hotel, Station Square. That's great. Coastal vibe is nice. And again, like Green Hill, it's really vibrant and the colours are so rich and nice, which I do like. It feels very confused, this level. It's got so many gimmicks. It's got the orca shit, it's got the wind, it's got those weird platforms that weren't in the original that like pop out and stick out. Mate.
Sorry.
Please. This isn't adventure. You just do a single word I just said.
No, I'm listening.
No.
I'm listening.
I love that song so much. Yeah, it's just stunted and weird and like I don't know, just confused. And I like I said, I hate the orca bit in Act 1.
Why, hello, everyone.
It's fucking awful, mate. Please, just not listening, just dicking around with the soundboard.
I thought that was going to be something else. Sorry,
somebody else. What do you think it was going to be? The Act 2 tune. I don't know. I like the Badniks, but I mean, like, again, they're from the original.
Oh yeah,
nice
we haven't really talked about the Badniks.
Well, because so far there haven't been any cool ones really, you know, or any ones that I've found interesting. The Blue Eagle's back from Radical Highway and that one, but like, apart from that, I don't give a fuck about the rest.
Fuck the Blue Eagle. I hate all the gun mechs. It's so boring.
I'm so sick of the gun.
Tropical Resort's got that stupid egg bolt that hits you with a fucking post. That's so annoying. Emerald Coast got the rhinos and the skaters.
It's got Rhino Tank.
It's cool. But that's what I mean.
Tank and Sweeper.
That's just like nice things in.
Again, it's cool to see him again. Yeah. So as we said, the adventure assets. I like the orca chasing too. That's cool because you do little tricks at the end and you go through the little piece of land like in the original. So like this is the act. These are the tunes. It is cool to hear this song remix. I'm not sure they're not better than the original, but like, you know, it's cool to hear a remix. Here's Act 1. I also like that they did the like Azure Blue Coast for the first one, and then Windy and Ripley for the Act 2. That's cool. Two different songs. I love Emerald Coast so much.
It just frustratingly, it just does it. It just does it a disservice.
I love adventure so much. Oh, I can't wait to do it again. Act 2. This is good. This one. Such a good song, that. Hang on. God, I could listen to Emerald Coast for hours. Yeah, that is the sound of my childhood. This song. It's just the best fucking thing ever. Why can't they make songs like this anymore in Sonic? They just don't. Nothing has that complexity.
Nothing,
listen to it.
Or just niceness.
It's so cool and nice. I know, not hard. Bam, 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 bam. Just like, no, give me this good shit. Anyway, that's Emerald Coast for me. You know, bit weird, but like, all right. No, sorry, no. Emerald Coast is shit in this game, but it's so nice to see it again. So that's why it's a 3 for me.
Sadly, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, we'll never get close to the paradigm of the adventure soundtrack
it's just
again.
Bliss. It's bliss.
Nothing can be better.
It's so good.
But let's not get way.
Later. Sidetracked. I digress. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Water Palace.
Oh, nice.
From Rush Adventure.
This from Russia with Love. Yeah,
I like the kind of Santorini background. Kind of cool with the blue dome roofs and the white buildings. That's all really nice. It looks lovely. The underwater sections are, to be honest, completely dire and deeply frustrating. The platforming is horrific. The painful surprises that you can't control is also really, really dire. If you don't hit things at speed that you don't know that you're supposed to hit things at, you can also fuck up and fall down, like the giant propeller. There's nothing to indicate that you've got to hit that
I
speed.
hate that fucking
and
bit.
then you have
it's
to
so
watch
annoying.
a nightmarishly slow Sonic drop down to the floor, and then the drowning has no music, which is also really irritating. I'm
not too bothered about that, but you know,
I a lot of it, to be honest, a lot of the reason why this is so high is because it does what the game should do and puts a handheld game and like gives airtime to a handheld game and remasters the level in a handheld game,
which is great,
which works really well. Like it translates well because the level was initially designed to be in this format. They've added things that enhance it, like that sequence with the massive Eggman bot that smashes through the walls. That's not in the original, is it?
I like that giant sea pawn.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's the kind of shit that's like, yeah, that's great. There's a nice rich range of badniks in this level as well. The Kraken things, the Egg Knights. I can't remember what they're called. Maybe they're not called Egg Knights.
They're called night pawn.
Night Pawns, that's it.
As in, like, night pawn.
Why?
Because they're knights.
Yeah, why are they here? I guess it's a palace, isn't it? It's regal.
Yeah, they're in it in the OG.
I like the cannon mechanism where you rotate the thing and then you pop the balloons to gain height. That's cool.
Yeah,
it looks good. It is a really good looking level. Yeah, man. I'm just like, Act 1's got a modern. That is a classic. That's a modern Eggman on the end of a classic Sonic level.
That is so stupid.
Fucking dumb. Why have they done that?
Ridiculous, man.
And Act 2, so frustrating. The platforming is so painful. When you to stay on the highest route, fuck, so annoying. But somehow the background is just. It really does it for me. Actually, it's really pretty. I really like how it looks. It's a good upgrade.
I agree.
For the Rush Adventure DS version.
I agree.
Although the Rush Adventure level is better.
Yeah, obviously it's superior. I've got it at number 2.
Yeah. Okay, that's there.
I don't know. It's by far the most interesting of all the levels, and it's, as you said, it's great that it's from the handheld.
It's a welcome relief.
Yeah, it's like it is like, oh wow, they actually did that.
It's like, cool. This is what it should be like. It's a taste of what the game could be.
I know. Yeah, you're right. The background's gorgeous. I love it. I like how it looks in the sort of simple 3D kind of shit. It's nice. Tune's alright. It's just I won't actually bother playing it.
No, Act 2's quite. I'll play Act 2. I like Act 2.
Yeah, it's alright.
It does. It has like a weight to it. It's just such a cool song anyway. It does something
class.
with it. So distinctly Rush. I like it. Feels like it's got a kind of unleashed.
Cool. I like this. This is great. Yeah, it does. You're right. Da-na-na.
Yeah, it's good shit.
It is good shit. Yeah. I love the badniks, obviously, as we said. Sea pawn, night pawn. I think the sea pawn's so cool.
The giant sea pawn is very good.
Smashes
through walls.
He's a flapper, but he's underwater, which is really cool. I like that a lot. Sea flapper. That's what it should be called. But a standout thing that I hate about this one is the fucking when you boost, you're like, oh cool, I'm boosting on top of the water. 2 platforms, jump, then you fuck.
Yeah,
because there's no way you can slow down or jump, boom, 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 in time to fucking get. It's just like, so I'm never going to get up to the higher path. I'm going to sink down to that fucking propeller and then slowly get winded down that.
It's a complete pain in the arse.
It's just, again, it's a classic Genesis 3DS complaint. It's the same old shit. Broken record.
Afraid so.
But it's great to see it here, and I think it's not too bad of a level actually. I like the water spout path thingy.
Yeah.
It's.
Do you mean the fountains in the back?
The fountains and the golden spiral thing you go down. I like that too. Yeah. But it's high because it is just cool to see Rush in 3D.
It is cool.
Yeah.
As I said, it's a taste of what the game should be. That's why
exactly.
I put it high up. Exactly. But I put Casino Night in too.
Oh, good. We got the same first place.
Obviously.
How could we not?
I mean, there's a cool part at the end of Act 2 where you jump through 3 giant roulette wheels.
Oh yeah,
that's quite cool.
That is quite cool too.
I think it for me. This is the second most fun level. I actually think the flipper gimmick works really well. Like how you have to wait because it gives you enough time that you can time it.
In this one, is it?
And then you can fire off, and you can get some. You can just go fast with both of them and not be hindered by. And what's helpful is a lot of the like obstacles and idiosyncrasies built into the level make Sonic go faster and are designed to propel him up and down, left and right,
It is
rather than
satisfying to
hinder
boost
him.
up the like pinball bits.
Yeah, whereas most of those equivalents in the later levels are obstacles to avoid that stop him and slow him down and push him. Whereas everything in this level tends to make you go faster, apart from when you land and the slot machine goes, and then you have to wait about 30 seconds for the fucking thing to clock through, and you get a shit result. Although actually, when I played, I got a jackpot. Which is crazy. Extremely slow if you fall in that. But other than that, it's good. It's decent level design because it's based on a level that's already good. But the modern Act 2 is, I think, pretty solid. Actually, it's good fun.
Yeah,
you feel like you cover a lot of ground and move through the level in a satisfying way. And I like how it looks.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's pinball done quite well, I think.
Yeah,
Like
I guess so.
A pinball level done quite well.
I suppose.
But yes, cowardly. Everything you said is accurate. Cowardly to choose Casino Night.
It is. It's just weak, you know.
Yeah.
Which brings us on to number one.
Well,
It has to win.
So
and that is Mushroom Hill.
This is by far the best level in the game,
Agreed.
and it's actually a good level.
Yeah, Act 2 is great.
I don't really have a whole lot to say that's bad about this level.
No,
it's actually a good
Act
level.
1's good, obviously, because it's Sonic 3 and Knuckles level design, which is just top notch, fucking top notch.
Yeah.
So like, but that's gonna be good.
It is the highest.
And then Act 2 is new and it's brilliant. You start running, you know, you're running fast. You got this playing. I love this fucking song so much.
Great.
So fucking funky that.
It's a great
It's
song.
such a tune. Yeah, I love it.
I like how Act 1 and 2 do the seasonal thing.
The season thing is brilliant.
So
I love that.
It's sunny
That's
and green.
so like that. That's so Generations, you know.
It is,
in like a really good way.
It distinguishes Act 1 and 2. It makes you feel like you're progressing,
Yeah,
which is
I know.
nice.
It's really cool because it's a great gimmick and it's brought back perfectly.
It does. It generally just everything. It feels like it enhances the original Mushroom Hill in a way that's friendly and acceptable. In a way that a lot of the console version does.
Yeah.
For its levels, this one is like
exactly.
it takes the level, it gives it nice, juicy, 3D, vibrant textures, retains the fun of the level design.
Yeah.
And all of the gimmicks, doesn't do anything weird or just throw in some shitty DS.
It's
gimmick.
also fast. It's fast.
Yeah, you can get
it's
some
a really fast
serious
game.
pace.
And the gimmicks are fast. Like apart from the like Switch level one, but
that's classic.
There's like two of them, and it's from the OG. But in Act 2 they put in the like propeller,
the seed propellers,
flower thingies.
Yeah,
I love
hold
that
on
shit.
to and
They're
then you
great.
Fly through.
Yeah, because they send you, and you can see all the things you're passing and skipping.
Very
it's
heroes.
rewarding.
Those.
Yeah. And then I like how at the end you got the 3 branching paths, and then oh my god, that fucking cave! You go down into a cave into 3D, and you grind along this rail. It's like hedgehog eating plants come at you that you got to boost through. It looks so cool. It looks really cool.
It works so well with this level.
It really. I was like, when it came, I was like, God, that's so exciting! Yeah. Wow.
It's the highlight of genuinely the highlight of the whole
I think
game.
it's the highlight of the entire. Yeah, exactly. It is. So it's my number one
because
point on this level.
it does what every level should do. It enhances and it transitions it into 3D. None of the others do that. They all just regress it. Like I guess Dreamcast era onwards, the intrigue is seeing Emerald Coast in a 2D version. It's shit, turns out. It's just really boring.
You just don't care.
And likewise with pretty much all of it. Whereas this takes an already really cool level, enhances it in 2D, and then gives it a whole new feel in 3D.
This is why
2.5D.
They should it would be really cool to have an entirely 3D game with classic levels.
Yeah.
Because they'd all be cool.
Yeah.
Hence why
There's
and it always
so
comes back
much
to my
with it.
suggestion, which I put in every fucking video. Make an open world South Island and have levels of all the levels that we already know and love.
It just
all the games.
because they're so rich already.
Because they're so cool.
Yeah,
and you can do so much with them. You've got a great foundation, you know?
This is a testament. It's actually really rare, this artifact we have here, Mushroom Hill Act 2 in Gen's DS. It's one of the only instances, other than fucking Green Hill, which we're all sick to shit of, and Chemical Plant, which we're also kind of bored of, of a like fairly niche level from the classic era turned 3D well.
I know. It's a really cool place.
It's really cool. It stands out.
You have technically seen it in the film on the planet. Mushroom Planet.
Yeah, well,
But it doesn't count. No.
no.
But yeah, I agree. I know. That's why it's so exciting. It might be so cool if you got like Starlight or some shit. You know, just you want this kind of shit.
And when you look down the list of levels in this game, this one does stand out because you're oh,
this one's
Hill,
brilliant.
really, that's cool.
Exactly.
And it just plays fucking well. I think. I think when you're boosting around a Sonic, using those seed propellers as momentum shifters.
I love how it looks. I love how the trees look.
It looks.
I think
gorgeous.
they look great.
The
really
light rays are.
The
really
lighting's
nice
lovely.
as well.
Yeah.
And for a game on the 3DS, like it.
The tunnel,
good.
the cave tunnels is also really impressive.
Yeah.
I love how it ends. How you got to do a
blast
well-timed
through.
homing attack at a rocky wall.
It's got spectacle, which
You
is
blast through and you
a
finish
feature
it.
we've
It's a strong
identified
finish.
as being important for a really good Sonic level. You've
Always.
got to have a spectacle in there.
Scope, scale,
And
spectacle,
that cave has it.
massively so.
It's got
yeah,
that bone
because you're
back.
taken by surprise. Think, holy shit, what is this? Wow, this is so cool.
None of the other levels take you on that adventure. Where you're like,
they just don't.
What's happening next?
They're all just flat.
It's giving Mystic Mansion.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, it is. It is giving. Oh god, don't
Where
even
you
start
go
that
into the
shit.
cave in Mystic
Oh
Mansion.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Big time.
God, I love that game. I love that level so much. Had to win. My only other point I've got is that the Mush Minis go pretty hard.
Mush Minis are great.
It's good to see all the badniks from Mushroom Hill.
The
come back.
Madniks, the Madniks. The
Madniks,
Badniks
the
are
Mandem.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's great to see them. Yeah, they're very cool. That's it, really, on that one I've got. But I mean, Mushroom Hill. How cool is that to see? You know, it's great.
In spite of all of the criticism levied at this game thus far, Mushroom Hill is a fucking good level.
It's a banging choice. Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Well deserved at first place. Big
Agreed.
fan.
Agreed. Cool. That's that.
That's it.
So
bosses.
now we've got bosses.
Let's bomb
There's
through the
actually
bosses.
Quite a few bosses.
There's loads.
There is. So after each era's over, you get two bosses. You get a rival boss and then a normal boss. So the rival boss is a Metal Sonic Shadow and Silver, taken from the mainline game but put into just a running level in the levels from the ones we've already done in the game,
Which is wank.
Then you got Big Arm from Sonic 3, and then you got Biolizard and Egg Emperor, and then you fight the Time Eater again. So for the sake of ranking, we're gonna group Metal Sonic Shadow and Silver into one because they are all basically the same thing.
What's frustrating about that? Like that is that's the rivals format. Like the chase.
Yeah.
And it even says the arrow when they get close and they attack you like they're doing rival.
Mm-hmm.
But why? It's not acknowledged at all in that game that they're referencing it. Oh, it's just it's a waste. It's just a waste.
It's a shame. Yeah. Okay. So there's 5 to do.
Yeah.
What's your number 5?
I'm actually just going to make a very last minute switch. I'm going to change things around right now. My number 5 is the Egg Emperor.
Is it? Why is that?
It's fucking boring. It's the same. You do the exact same thing 4 times in a row.
It's so dull.
It is just excruciatingly boring, and you have to wait. I hate that the game doesn't give you any other opportunity to hit him other than when it wants you to hit him.
Yeah.
It's just a sign of a bad boss. You basically, it's cool. The other reason is because it makes no fucking sense for it to be there. It shouldn't be there. It should be Solaris or Dark Gaia or something else.
Solaris.
It just
Solaris on a handheld.
Solaris would be
What's
it's obviously too much, but it just shouldn't be there. Or the Mother Wisp would be better.
Cerberus.
Anything but this, it just doesn't make any sense. And then the other reason is because of the way the boss. You basically run along a path and it swipes something you either slide under
swipes.
or you jump over. And the sliding mechanic in this game is awful.
It's
so
broken.
It makes
You can't do it.
It's really frustrating. So that's crap, and that goes on for way too long. Like he does it like 20 times. Then he jumps over to an arena surrounded by cannons. The principle of this makes no sense. Sonic homie attacks the cannon, which makes the cannon malfunction and then fire rockets at the Egg Emperor, who then gets angry at it and attacks it. And while he's attacking it, you then get 1 hit. Then he goes away.
You get 2.
Yeah, but no, he does it twice. So he hits the cannon, goes back, take another cannon, and then reset. Do that 4 times. 5 or 6 minutes of just that. It's not hard. It's not easy. It's just boring. So yeah, it's cool to see the Gold Egg Emperor, kind of, but all of that is negated by its logical inconsistency and the fact that it's basically a shit boss.
Yeah, fair. I've got Time Eater at number 5.
The Time Eater's my number 4.
He's horrific. He's horrible.
Such a painful boss.
Unlike the modern, it switches around. That in classic, you're in the tube, and in modern, you're out of it. And when you're in classic, it's fine. You just got to dodge some like some obstacles. That's easy, and then you got to hit him. Fuck modern, because what you got to do is you have to avoid his fucking wanking hands come out
His
and
mitts.
try and like try and grab you, and you have, honestly, I think it's less than half a second.
It's so tight.
To press down and boost, or left and boost and dodge them, and do it 3 times, and then hit his face or his like belly, wherever it is. And you got to do it 4 or 5 times. It's just fucking horrible. It's just shit. I fuck the time eater. I don't give a shit about
Yeah,
him.
I'm so bored of that guy.
He can go back to space.
It's the only reason it's higher than the game for me is that it's got.
Yeah, why?
It's quite impressive. It feels like a proper final boss.
I suppose.
Like it's got
not
sort of
impressive.
magnitude and scope and like potency. But yes, what you just described is a fucking nightmare. It's horrific. Your ring count also drops at an alarming rate, and because he's so slow
crap,
and
that.
you take so long dodging all his
It's
painful
really hard
attacks,
to get.
you don't
I
have a
didn't
lot of
struggle
time.
too much at the ring count, but it's a bit like, if you don't get them, like, I don't know, if you don't really focus on it. I actually hate that feature. I just don't like it.
The ring count.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I can't. I can't. think
Does
of a time
Does
I actually enjoy
Frontiers
it.
does Frontiers have it?
I think it does. Yeah. It does.
I don't like when it's the problem with Supersonic is because he's a god. You have to have something
some sort of cap on it,
which
really.
limits his power.
Yeah.
So I think I agree. I also have it irritates me
Just pisses me off.
because it's always boring having to like be like, oh, I need to get rings and look for rings, and then you want to focus on
You wanna
being
focus on the
supersonic
fight.
and smashing the shit out of something.
Exactly.
So yeah, I agree. It is a
They
pain.
should- yeah.
There is an example where you don't.
I know there is one that doesn't do it, and it's great, but I can't think what it is right now.
It does make it really easy though, because you are
Yeah, it's really
basically
easy. You can just destroy it.
you're
I know.
indestructible.
But it's an irritating handicap. Anyway, my number 4 is the rival battles.
I think
Shadow
in
and Silver.
Heroes you don't have
Yeah,
to worry about
yeah,
rings.
you're right. I think it's Heroes because I don't remember there being rings in that one.
No, I don't think you do.
No, there are. There are.
Oh no, there are, but
You gotta hit the
It's
thing.
just never an issue because you just
Dunno.
team blast it anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Say
four-
no.
my
Actually, no,
four-
not same for me.
My 4 is the rivals. No, your 4 was Time Eater.
Yeah.
Metal
Sorry.
Sonic, Shadow and Silver, and Metal Sonic, you run through Casino Night and race him. Shadow, Radical Highway, and Silver, Tropical Resort. What the fuck? It's just so shit. You couldn't have made little environments. Maybe just don't have a chase. Just have like a little, maybe like a standing arena. Maybe, I don't know. Or just if you just to give us new environments.
Just briefly, the menu is also just so shit. Like the white space is just a picture that fills in.
We should cover that later. But yes, it is crap. I do like seeing.
No, we've run it. We've missed the charm.
like
I'm saying
seeing
it
the
now
level
because
gates.
it made me think of it because you select the bosses. They're just there with no
They're
explanation.
really shit pictures of them, like
Yeah,
weird renders
they're
that are just
really bad.
are so low quality.
They look crap.
It can't be that hard to get a high
it's
quality
just
pick
it's
on
just
it.
rushed. And then when the time meter appears in the cutscenes,
it's just like shitty
it's like a
screenshot,
profile pic of it. It's so weird. It appears between Sonic
like a
and
LinkedIn picture.
You get because the cutscene's so long, you're so sick of them both by the end of it.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got this fucking song playing over every single one.
Sorry. Yeah.
Hey there!
Yeah, that shit.
Hey there!
Be careful, Sonic!
Very clever, aren't you?
Looks like fun. Let's do this!
Be careful, Sonic!
No! Why, hello, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Boring shit. Yeah. And all you do is you run through the levels and you got to race them. They're not particularly hard, memorable,
Or
challenging.
exciting.
I'd say the best one's Metal Sonic because it kind
It
of
makes
mimics
sense.
Stardust Speedway.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But apart from that, Shadow and
I was
Silver,
honestly, I
boring
was
as
shocked
fuck.
when I fought Shadow. I was like, surely this is not. It's just the same thing. Like he could be Metal Sonic again.
Yeah.
There's nothing. He has
No.
Chaos Spear, I guess, and
that's
Silver
it.
throws boxes at you, but
It's pathetic.
it's just pathetic. Yeah.
there's nothing else to say
After
about them.
Time Eater, I put the Rivals battles.
At 3, okay, nice.
Do they have any good songs, or are they just like?
No, it's the same songs.
It's
but
it's the songs
it's
we
the
know,
same
isn't
ones,
it?
yeah, from Generations.
So, well, sorry, you've done Time Eater,
Time
the
Eater,
Rivals. So what's
now
your
my number 3? I've got Air Game Pro.
Okay, so we've discussed that.
He's only higher because I just think it's just cool to see it again.
Yeah.
And I like how he looks, and I like the environment. I agree. The boss is a fucking shit show.
It's so
I hate the sliding and the swipes at the start, and then you got to run around. You just got to hit you got to hit 8 cannons, which is just boring. And you don't even get like a reward of seeing them all go into him. You just gotta you just turn them, and then it's just really boring. And then you got to hit him. It's a fucking slog, way too long, boring, unrewarding, and like challenging in a really not hard.
They're
but just
all
challenging in
kind of
unfair way.
a bit long, to be honest.
Yeah, that's good. But the tune's quite cool. I mean, the tune originally is I'll play it. The tune is originally is amazing,
Yeah,
and this is quite a cool remix of it. But it doesn't do much with it. It's what it feels like they've just taken the original and like put something over it. Here it is. Fucking hard, this song. So cool. I love that bass lick.
Big time.
Great drums, really fucking good drums. Imagine playing that. Oh. Sorry, I got a bit carried away there. It's fucking banging, that song. It's such a cool song.
It's a great tune.
That's it about that one. But this has the same issue as my number 2, which is my number 2 is Biolizard.
Same.
And I don't like playing the boss because it takes so fucking long.
It's so slow.
8 hits and it's so slow.
6 minutes of just the same thing.
Make it 4, man. It's just like fucking hell.
He looks cool. It's good to see him. kind of.
Yeah, ish. But although again, because of Shadow Gems, I now don't care.
At least, because it's so good in Shadow Gems. At least the way you attack it is varied. That's kind of the only reason it's in number 2. At least you alternate between like waiting for it to fucking gawk at you so you can slide up its thing, or it does the bubble attack and you don't attack that. It's mid,
Meh.
It's mid. That boss is
However,
mid.
I think the tune's pretty fucking good.
Oh yeah, big time.
Here it is. I'm always happy for them to remix this song because it's a banger.
It's a great song.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, although it just kind of annoys me to see Sonic fighting it in that way.
That's just stupid. Why is he fighting it?
Why? I get it. Like the console version does Chaos, so they do Biolizard. But why don't you do Final Hazard instead?
Yeah.
Like, that would at least make a bit more sense.
Yeah, Final Hazard would make more sense. I know. Still, I will.
What's the final boss of the hero mission in
Shadow
Adventure? It is just Shadow
versus Shadow.
Okay, that wouldn't work then. No. Egg Golem. That would have been cool.
Be rogue as fuck, but
Really
cool.
rogue. But it'd be better than that.
I love
think,
Egg Golem.
actually. Better than recycle Biolizard again.
Yeah.
Which
and
leaves
one,
obviously
Big Arm. Fuck yeah, so cool to see Big Arm again. And what a banger!
What a banger!
Here it is. This is huge. That song is so good.
It's massive.
It is the perfect final showdown song.
It is.
Because it has the evil of your enemy, and then it has the come on, you can do it,
the
determination from the na 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 na, and then and then the riff as you destroy it. It's brilliant. It's really good. I'm pleased that because in its original form it's a 16-bit chip tune. It's great that this can let the glory of its melody and structure shine.
100%.
Brilliant. Yeah.
It's also a decent boss.
The fight's all right.
There's lots of opportunities to hit it in different ways.
Just,
with
holds
precision.
his hand out to you, no, stop.
Yeah, he palms you away. It looks cool. It moves in quite a sinister way. I like the set.
Cool setting. I like the storm. Yeah, it's good to see a new fucking environment.
Absolutely, and it's big arm, not big arms.
Yeah, for some reason he's become bigger.
No,
he has 2 arms.
It's the best boss of the game.
I agree.
It's a solid fight, and
It's
you can use tactics and careful hitting to actually get some good hits.
Good dodges, good. Yeah, it is good pace as well. Not a piss take.
No, and you can, if you hit him consecutively, you can get through it quite quickly.
Yeah,
it's obviously the best.
Yeah, it's the winner. That's that.
So the only thing left really is the special state, and we kind of talked about
they're
chill.
I like how they're given to you when you finish level. You have to fucking unlock.
Yes, that's true. Although it is kind of lazy.
It could mean it might give you a reason to play through the levels again.
Yeah, that would make it slightly more interesting. When you complete the missions, you unlock a load of shit, like you get music and that's all that's all kind of fun. But again, it would have been better if it was done in the console version where you get them through doing red rings. That would have been cool.
Yeah, that'd be better.
Do you want to know the types of missions?
Hang on, let me just give you the special stage tune because it's really cool.
Oh yeah, it is good actually.
Then we'll do missions.
Okay.
So Heroes remix, it's great. It's really good. It has the same it has the same sound as this. No, sorry. This. From the regular gens.
Wait, you didn't get to the good bit of that song.
Oh, what the da da da.
Yeah, get to that. Play that bit.
Fine. That's great, that bit.
Yeah,
it's really cool. It's
lovely.
fucking cool. Nice. Okay, yeah, missions. Fuck the missions. Fucking hate that shit. Fuck it all.
Here are what you can do. Die hard, clear an act within a time limit without losing a life, perfection, don't take damage, ring collector, keep the pace, rampage, stealth attack, item collector, special trial, sphere collector, one ring boss showdown. Yeah, dull. Couple of them would be good, but it just goes so overboard.
Don't fucking care. Yeah, they're just not it. Overboard. They're not it, mate. They're not it. I think that's kind of it, really.
I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, it's a mid game with wasted potential. It could have been so much better. It could have been amazing. That's why it's so frustrating.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's punish it in the rankings.
Hell yeah! So we got totals out of 60. We're ranking it on concept, gameplay, entertainment, location, soundtrack, and art style.
Indeed.
Each one out of 10. So concept. Well, wasted opportunity. Could have been so much more. Not great.
It's got to be slammed.
It's got to be pretty fucking low. I think.
Hard here.
Maybe 3. 4 because the concept is from Generations regular, which is decent,
but it doesn't execute properly.
But it does it wrong. But I think we put that more in gameplay entertainment.
So I think the closest comparison of the ones we've ranked is advanced Sonic Advance, and I guess Superstars kind of.
No, I don't think you can compare. No. You can't compare them. They're trying to do completely different things.
Okay, fine. You can compare
maybe in gameplay, but not in concept.
You can compare Advance.
No, not really.
No, just as a fucking, because it's a handheld game. Just on that basis.
Why can't you just form your own fucking opinion?
I'm
You got-
thinking about it.
You got a copy of Advance.
I'm just using it as a reference point. I would say.
What do we give Advance?
Well, I don't know. Can't say it doesn't matter what we gave Advance because it is irrelevant. I would.
I'd say 4.
I was gonna go 3. So it's just disappointing.
Yeah, I'd do a 3.
It's just disappointing. It needs to be punished. 3.
Yeah.
Gameplay.
Oh, pretty fucking low, I think. I don't love playing as Classic Sonic. I don't love Modern Sonic either. I don't like the structure. I don't like the pacing. I don't like the cutscenes. I don't like the bosses. It's just a bit.
No, but that's
slog.
it. Hang on, you're conflating entertainment. Gameplay is how he controls.
Yeah.
He doesn't control badly.
No,
to be
actually,
honest.
he controls all right.
I think
Classic
it's.
Sonic's fine.
I think it's a 6.
The homing attack's a bit rogue to put in, but it's fine.
6.
Modern Sonic is a bit overkill, but like it's fine. Yeah, no, I'd say 5. 5.
No,
5.
5
6 is too high.
5's too low.
6 is too high.
We gave Superstars 5. It's too low. It should be 6.
Yeah, fine.
It
Just
should.
a low 6.
When you
I'll
boost
accept that.
in the early levels, it's fun. It
Yeah,
is good.
yes, I suppose.
It is good.
Okay, entertainment, like 0. No. I'd say maybe like a 2 or a 3. I don't like playing this game.
I'd
And
give it.
I don't like
I'd
that
hit
it starts
3.
off so nice and then just goes so downhill.
We gave Superstars a 3, so I'm happy to give this a 3.
Yeah, I feel the same. No, honestly, I'd rather play Superstars.
No, mate, no. It's not lower than a 3. I can't let you go lower than 3 because I actually enjoyed a third of it, and 3 is a third of it. Don't be insane. It's not lower than 3.
I would honestly give it a 2.
No, that's too harsh. 3. It's just too harsh. It is too harsh. That implies that
Sell me more.
when you get going with the just think of all the things we thought were positive about it. The
mate.
enjoyment of the vibrancy when you actually hit some good sections of it, it's
Which is
fine.
maybe about 3 times across the whole.
2 is like
No,
appalling.
but think about what the game actually is. A huge chunk of it is these boring slog missions to get 100% is that. Otherwise, it's 2 hours, and I'd say an hour and maybe hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes of it is really tiresome, not enjoyable, a proper slog to get through, not rewarding. The only nice part is seeing levels that you recognise,
which is enough.
It's not original,
but it's enough to bolster it. It's not a 2. A 2 is too harsh. In my experience of playing it is not a 2.
Mine is lower.
It's not a 2. It's a 3. It's a low 3.
Fine.
Come on, punish it somewhere else.
I'll accept a low 3. I think it's a 2 for the sake of
locations.
For the sake of what's the word?
I don't know.
Getting along.
There is a word.
Yeah.
You're compromising.
Compromise. That's it. Locations. Again, it could have been much better, but I mean, Emerald Coast is nice. Water Palace is nice. Mushroom Hill's good. The rest, meh.
I'd give it a 5.
I think no 4.
All right, I'll take you on 4.
A 4 because we've seen them all before.
Yeah, I'll take you on 4.
Okay.
You writing this down?
Yeah. So I've got them all. Okay. Soundtrack. Soundtrack's not bad.
It's quite good.
Yeah, a lot of reuse here, but some real bangers. Big Arm, Rad Highway Act 2.
Maybe
Mushroom Hill.
Maybe
right.
a 6. Yeah,
6.
6.
Okay, and then art style. I do like how it looks.
I like how it looks.
I like how it looks quite a lot. Maybe 7.
7.
Maybe
7. No, 7.
Yeah, 7.
7. 8's too
7.
high.
7.
8's too high.
7. Yeah. Okay. Which gives us
nothing has got 7. That's
wow.
the only thing we've awarded lower in art style is Labyrinth, which got 6. I can't remember. I haven't got Chaos. I can't remember what we gave Chaos.
Okay.
I lost it.
I've got us a bro. I think Chaos. I think Chaos is quite similar probably. Okay, we have a total here.
Yeah.
I wonder if this feels right. I think it does. It has reached 29 out of 60.
The only
I think the same as Superstars.
No, it's not. Superstars got lower. Superstars got 25.
Yeah.
The only other thing that's got 29 is Labyrinth.
Oh, that was it. Oh no, I prefer Labyrinth. Labyrinth is better. This should get a knock. Labyrinth is better.
I'm happy to. Yeah, we need to get it to 28.
Yeah, I agree. 28's right.
So what do we knock down?
Concept is, oh mate, entertainment on 2. Go on. It should be on 2. It's not a fun game.
What? Shut up. What are they? Tell me the other ones again.
Oh, 3, 6, 3, 4, 6, 7.
3 for concept. I'd
Six for
rather
gameplay.
drop concept to a 2.
No, because the concept's good to bring back old stages. That's a good concept. Like it's the generation.
Yeah, but it's weak.
Yeah, but no.
Well, what do we give
game?
What do we give gameplay?
God,
6.
6 is gameplay. Just knock entertainment. It's not very fun.
Fine. You can,
Yes.
you can have your 2 for entertainment.
It has earned it. It's not a fun game.
That's the lowest score we've given any category.
That's okay.
Across the
I
board.
really hate playing it.
Are you sure Superstars is
Yes.
more fun than that?
Only because of its variation. And it's like it's a wank fest to play, but I mean it has more variation.
It just feels too low.
I don't
Actually,
think
we
it is.
gave it 2. We gave the soundtrack of Labyrinth a 2.
Yeah. You can't be afraid of these low numbers.
I'm
They're
not afraid.
there.
I'm just
We have
not,
to
I'm
use
just not
them.
sure it's fair to give it
I
2.
I really think it is.
But
fair.
you're being
Think about it. We've rewarded it where it deserves it. We've rewarded it for its good gameplay. We've rewarded it for its decent soundtrack and for its good art style, and its locations are all right. But the other 2 parts, the concept and entertainment, playing it and the idea of it, are the weakest parts. They're not good. So it has praise where praise is due.
all right, fine, because gameplay's it. You can have 2. If that gets it to 28, fine.
Yeah, it does. 28 out of 60.
Right.
Final score. might be our most conflicting ranking
Yeah,
yet.
quite possibly. It sits nicely there. I think that's
Yeah.
good.
I agree. Good. I'm so pleased.
Good
28, I think, is
shit.
bang on. This fucking game, man. I'm pleased to be rid of it.
Be careful, Sonic!
It's pointless interjections from these guys. There's no
Here
relevance
goes.
to any of it. apart from, what was it like? Oh, you're clever. What is it?
Why, you?
Which one?
Very clever of
That's
you.
it. So stupid.
Hey there.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
That's that.
what are we
3DS
doing
done.
next?
One of your least favorite, probably one of the worst Sonic games out there. There are a
Thank-
couple of
thank
other
fuck.
absolute fucking bombs out there
Yeah.
that exist.
Yeah,
but,
I agree.
That one's a
It's
shocker.
way down there.
Yeah.
What are we doing next?
Well, you tell me. What have we picked next? We're doing a big one next.
Next up, we're going to be hitting you with Sonic Forces,
Yeah.
which I'm optimistic for that one. I reckon I like it more than I.
Well,
have before.
I've played it twice. You've played it.
I've
What,
played it
like
about 4 times.
5 times?
I've played it a lot. I played it on. Yeah. No, anyway, we'll get to it later. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Be good.
Yeah, no, so am I. Just lot of levels to get through. We're gonna have to bomb
Oh,
through
yeah,
that
there's like
pretty quick.
30.
But they're really short, so
Yeah,
there's
they're
not
all
as much to say as there are for Shadow.
Yeah.
Probably won't be another 5-hour one.
No, probably not. Nice.
All right, let's sign off.
that.
Over and out. Why don't we just leave it with a kind of tentative like cutscene of
What this?
that happens again and again and again.
Yeah. Now what?
Very clever of you.
Hey there.
Be careful, Sonic!
So stupid.
Here goes. No!